Okay folks, this is a thing that was a fad. If I remember correctly, I read it was 2014 or 2015 when this was really big, a big craze. And now you just see these at second-hand shops, and they're still turning up. And it was a huge craze. I really find it annoying when something is declared a craze because it just sounds so silly. And then as soon as it's finished, everyone drops it like a hat, like a hot potato, and they don't want anything to do with it. Sometimes a fad or a craze might end up becoming mainstream then, which is like with micro scooters, like those miniature scooters that appeared in the late 90s. And basically, yeah, they were a fad, and people still ride them, which is nice. It's no longer considered a fad. It's quite established now. Anyway, let's see what this fad is. It is loom magic, loom bands. Whoever remembered loom bands? I don't remember them personally. I'm a lot too old to have partaken in that. I haven't been to school since 1989. I left school in 89, and I would have finished school in 1990 if I went on to year 12. But they had heaps of fads and crazes back then too. But really, it's just silly sometimes. And loom bands, I've read, are not good for the planet. A lot of creatures ingest them. So it's not a very environmentally friendly craze. And that's come up looking a treat. Going to make this into, I think, to a movement piece. But basically, yeah, it's just a craze. And it's just a shame that yeah, it's all finished. No more loom bands from what I've heard. I'm actually going to just dispense with it. I don't like the idea of creatures eating these, thinking it's food. But yeah, they were a hit. I never knew about. You just hear about it somehow. You see them in shops and all that, and you sort of know it's something for kids or teenagers. Anyway, that looks interesting. Not what I'm after. But yeah, they're a craze. They were a craze. Loom banding. Anyway, that looks interesting. Still not what I'm after. I'm actually thinking maybe this little corner there could be something, or maybe not. This is not an easy way of working, folks. I'm going to put it on on an enlargement so we can fill the page with colour. But basically, it's all about making money for the people that sell the loom bands and manufacture them. It's a real money spinner when kids, especially kids, want to partake in it. It's a real popularity thing. Kids get into it. I just don't understand how people can just take something up that Like, how do you take up something that you're not interested in just because everyone else is interested? You know, I don't work like that. I do my own shit. I work on my own power. I don't bother doing things just because the crowd's doing it. I'm not interested in being a crowd pleaser or a follower or a sheeple. And this is sheeple shit. This is sheeple shit. You know, honestly, I have no time for this craziness called a craze. And they call them crazes, and it really sounds crazy when people are so into it and then they just drop it. Just like that, they just drop it. They've just got this, somehow, this ability to disengage from something just because everyone else is not anymore into it. So they drop it. They simply just drop it. And it really is silly how they do that. How they just have this ability to just engage and disengage just like that. That's a sheeple. That's how a sheeple works. And it's not easy. You know, I understand. I just can't get myself into a craze unless I am interested in it. If I enjoyed the scooter, riding scooters. So that was a different one because I actually liked it in the first place. I wasn't just doing it because of the crowd. There wasn't the crowd factor involved. There's no crowd involved, so I'm not a person who can just take something up just for the crowd pleasing aspect. I just can't. I just don't have that kind of malleability to do it. I just follow my own way. I do my own thing. I don't need any kind of what's the word? Any kind of approval from the crowd. The crowd can go fuck itself. I just give it the middle finger and that's the crowd for you. I don't care. I don't follow. I lead. I'm trying to get my stuff on television to find a long lost partner. And I'm not partaking in any crowd pleasing activity here. This is not working, folks. I don't know what to do. But basically, I just don't have any desire to simply be a crowd pleaser. Crowd pleasing just doesn't flow in me. I'm so over it, folks, crowd pleasing. Even my dad and my brother are crowd pleasers. And they've got loads of friends. But they're bullies, like kids in the schoolyard. And they don't approve of me because I don't follow, because they're the ones that think that they're right and I'm wrong. That I've got to follow the leader. That I've got to be a part of the fucking crowd to have approval. To have approval, folks. No, I'm not going to listen to my dad or my brother. Fuck them. They're going to apologise for this crowd-pleasing pressure that they applied to me over the years. I am not interested in their fucktardery. You know? I'm sure loom bands would have been a good thing for my brother, maybe, because, I don't know, it's really difficult when your parents and your siblings, well, my dad, are involved in this sort of bullshit. Telling me that my photocopier art is foolishness or is rubbish. And it's not a fad. It's not something I'm going to drop, just like a fad. I've had my share of fads, believe you me. But I found the thing I want to stick with, and that is photocopier art. So I don't need anyone's approval anymore, including my dad or my brother. Although I do want to make peace with them. I do, folks. I do want to make peace, and I guess there is a certain approval process there, but it's not approval because I want to follow the crowd or to be considered cool. It's basically putting the past behind me and forgiving them. I have to forgive them, folks. You know, I can't just hold a grudge forever. It's not healthy. And do we really, being my family, blood should be thicker than water. And it just seems like a waste. I know I did stupid things in the past that have triggered this behaviour in my brother and my father. But basically, I need to put this to rest. I need to put it to rest, folks. I can't hold this grudge indefinitely much longer. So I'm trying to get this stuff to go to air on television. It's not just about my dad and my brother. It's about a lost loved one. That's the central piece. Dad and my brother follow after that. And I really want my family to be united. We don't want to be separate. We don't want to have factions or anything like that. You know, we really should, as a family, be a family. You know, love each other as we are. Don't feel the need that we don't have to feel the need to indeed have to seek approval. So, you know, it's really difficult dealing with this situation. I know I did stupid things. I know I was a pain in the ass. I know I embarrassed my brother in front of his friends when he used to have parties and that. I know all that. I know I fucked up. But somehow we've got to put it behind us, these issues, these factional / familial machinations. It would be nice if we could all just be a family. My mum, myself, my brother, my dad, even though my parents broke up a long time ago. And now we've got a low, it's not showing now, but we just had a low magenta. So I'll be ordering toner this afternoon and have it delivered by tomorrow. That's come up sooner than I thought. But then I was suspecting it could, and the black will be the last one. But basically, yeah, magenta. M for magenta. The pink stuff, yeah. But basically we have to put our grievances behind us, and we have to reunite as a family. I'm not interested in holding this grudge. I don't want to hold it. I don't want to have to yell at my dad or say something insulting back. But I'm not talking to him anyway, or my brother, until they apologise, once I've gone to air on television and they see that my work is wowing the crowd. Who knows, it might start a new fad, but I'm not interested in monetising it. I don't, or if I do, I could probably, but no, I can't. I can't monetise this except to sell art. I don't think I'll be teaching classes somehow. Let's see how we go with this. Anyway, that's turned up better than I thought. I think now we can call this demo quits.